yoga sessions, and I hope you enjoyed the TED Talk that I attached to your Canvas last week. And that's a very, very close friend of mine, director of Heart Song Yoga. She's a very beautiful person, knowledgeable teacher for many, many years. She's been my teacher and friend for many, many years, over 20 years, and she has a lot of great information, and I might be able to attach something else down the road that talks about the science of yoga. So, but for today, we're going to do a flow, and just do what feels good in your body as always, and take rest whenever you need to, whenever you feel the need to stop, that's okay. Listen to your body. That's what yoga helps to teach us. Find your comfortable seat, find your nice long spine, and let your face soften, your brows soften, and let your legs be either crossed or you can have them straight. You know that you have options there as far as your leg position. But the spine, get it nice and long and tall, creating some space between the vertebra. And that includes your neck, your cervical spine. You want to create some space there, some length there. Hands can rest. Let your eyes softly close. Direct your attention inward and notice how your body's feeling today. Notice your energy level. Whatever it is that comes up, without judgment, just notice. You might have an achy knee or shoulder today, or hip, whatever it might be. Just acknowledging it and knowing that you'll give it some extra attention as we move through the practice. So with the eyes closed, create that intention for yourself, whatever that might be, what you'd like to take away from tonight's practice. Notice what you need in this moment. Let go of the busyness of your day. Let go of whatever you need to do later. We all have loads and loads on our plates, especially with what's going on. Everything seems to be multiplied. Our to-do lists, our agendas, our workloads. Letting that go if you can, just for this time. Take this time for self-care to kind of recharge your batteries. Think about what you'd like to let go of. Maybe something that's not needed, something that doesn't serve you. Choose to let that go. Start to move your breath through your nose only, nice and smooth, nice and easy. Relaxed, long spine. Notice the parts of your body that are touching the mat or touching the ground, sitting bones, thighs, feet. The hands against the legs. Notice the texture of your clothing. Notice the texture of your mat against your skin. The temperature of the air in the room. Notice any sounds within the room. Noticing any sounds outside of the room. And just letting them fall into the background. Let the tongue rest softly at the roof of the mouth. And begin to focus in on the breathing. Let that be your primary focus in this practice. Slow, steady, deep, even inhales and exhales. We'll start with a little Dirga breath, that 3-part breath where we're filling the belly, the ribs, and the chest. We'll take several rounds of that breath to begin to calm and center the body, center the mind, to bring it into present moment. Take another breath in. Let that breath go. And a cleansing breath. So inhale through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. Good. Just letting all that breath release from your body. That helps to release tension. The cleansing breath, so do them as often as needed. Another breath I'd like to introduce you to is called Ujjayi breath, and it's a little more of a dynamic breath. It brings up heat and energy in the body, and it's typically used in a power flow or an Ashtanga practice, a vinyasa flow practice, where you really need to amp up your energy and your heat in your body. It can be used at any time in a practice like today's flow. We'll use it together when we come to the standing poses, or some of the poses that feel a little more challenging for you. Sometimes bringing in that breath can really help to amp up your energy, and bringing in heat to the body is a good thing because it's very cleansing to the body. So this breath is done through the nose only and without a soft belly. So when we do the Dirga breath, we're really, really soft in our belly. But here we're sort of drawn in and up in the navel center. So getting that length in your spine. If you need to unfold your legs for this practice, that's fine. If your legs are getting tired of being folded, you might take the soles of the feet together or just stretch them out. Softening the belly, rather than softening the belly, you're tightening the belly. So the belly draws inward, upward, and the breath just starts to fill up the rib cage and above. So it's a thoracic breath. So the thoracic region of the body, the ribs front to back, side to side, expand with the inhale, and with the exhale it contracts. So for the purpose of this, take your hand as if it were a mirror, because this breath makes a little bit of sound and it almost sounds like you're fogging a mirror. So if you fog your hand with a regular breath through the mouth, that's the sound you're going to get with this breath, but your mouth will be closed. So fog the mirror, just regular through the mouth. Big breath in, and then slowly out through the mouth till all the breath is out. Now fog your mirror just through your nose with your mouth closed. Take a deep breath in. Fog the mirror. Big breath in. Fog the mirror. So you can see it's a little more of a controlled breath. You're sipping the breath in slowly. You're letting the breath out slowly. It's making that little sound because there's a little bit of a narrowing of the passageway in your throat, so that you're able to better control the inhale and exhale to be able to lengthen it and slow it down and deepen it. So let's try a few rounds of that together. Sitting up nice and tall with the mouth closed. Imagine that you're fogging the mirror. Inhale. Nice and slow. Exhale. Draw that belly even more towards the spine when you're exhaling all the breath out. Inhale, keep the belly firm. Feel the ribs and chest expand on that inhale. Exhale completely. Forceful exhale through the nose, making that little bit of a hissing sound. Sometimes it's called the ocean breath. 2 more rounds. Slowly bring it in, slowly let it go. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. And just let your breath now come back to its natural rhythm. Sometimes that's known as the victorious breath. It has a few different names to it. Ujjayi is more the traditional name for it. If you've done it, you may have done it before. In certain classes, they do it throughout the entire class. Breathe in that way. So it's an option, and we can try it together when we start to move through some of the more dynamic postures. But first, we'll of course warm up the body a little bit. So let your legs stretch out, shake them up and down. Take the soles of the feet together, holding the shins and lengthening the spine. Start to circle in your hips. And just notice your lower back and your hips today, what they're feeling, how they're feeling. We're never forcing the body. No pain, no strain. You shouldn't feel any pain when you're doing yoga. Stopping and reversing direction. Few more rounds. one side might feel a little different than the other. And come back to center, back to stillness. Inhale, lift the heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades down the back. Look up. Exhale, lean back, round, tuck your belly, tuck your chin, arms are straight. Inhale, bend the elbows, lift the heart, lift the gaze. A few more times, back and forth in your own breath. So use your breath to move you from one position to the next, to take you a little bit deeper into the warm-ups, into the postures throughout the practice. Always come back to your breath. Breath is always going to be the priority. Anything that we're doing that might cause you to constrict your breath, backing off, or coming out of the posture completely. And last one, inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze, exhale, rounding, tucking your chin, tucking your belly, come back to long spine. Let your left leg stretch out. I'm mirroring you. So left leg stretch out, scoop up your right foot, your right knee, sit nice and tall, and cradle your leg, opening up your hip just a bit. You can rock a little bit side to side if that feels okay. Warming up the hip joints, warming up the knee joint. Hold behind that thigh and bend and straighten your leg. Point and flex your foot. Roll your ankle around. I hope you got outside and enjoyed this beautiful weekend. It was just really unbelievably gorgeous warm weather for this time of year for sure. Let that foot cross over your knee if that feels okay. If it doesn't, keep it on the inside of your leg. Scoop your heart forward, shoulder blades down the back. Sit up tall as you press out through your left heel. Breathe here, lengthen. Keep the length as you start to turn your body and look over your right shoulder. You can put the right fingertips to the ground very close to your body, behind you for support and for lengthening, or it could wrap at your low back with the palm open. So you have choices there. You might just have the hand on the front of the leg rather than the inner elbow as well, but keep the chest coming towards that thigh. So you get nice length and your shoulders stack over your hips for this beautiful twist. Twisting is so cleansing for your body. It's great for your spine to release tension. It's giving your neck a nice stretch as well. Inhale your gaze to center. Exhale, release. Let your legs stretch out. Shake out your legs. Cradle up your left foot and your left knee. Sit tall and press out through your right heel. Shoulder blades down your back. You can sit still or you can rock in a little side to side, or maybe go in a bit of a circle if that feels better. If you go in a circle, go in the opposite direction a few times. Getting that knee joint moving, holding behind the left thigh and bending and straightening your leg. Notice how it feels on this side. Point and flex your foot and roll your ankle around a few times each direction. Good, and crossing it over. Lace your fingers so that you can draw your heart towards your thigh. Get your spine nice and tall. Press out through your right heel. Stay here for a couple more breaths before we start that rotation. Think about where the rotation is going to begin in your body. So it's going to, your left hip is going to pull back just a little bit as you start to make your way around, crossing the rib cage over the thigh. The left hand very close to your body if it's on the floor. Fingertips might be just lightly touching for balance, or wrap it at the lower back with the palm open. Breathe as you gaze as far back over that left shoulder as you can. Keep pressing out through the heel of the right foot, engaging the entire leg, the top of the thigh especially. Broaden your collarbones by bringing your shoulder blades down your back and your belly button in and up. Take your gaze forward, inhale. Exhale, release your legs, shake out the legs. Find your tabletop position. I like to fold or cross at my ankles and come forward onto my hands, but you can put your legs out to the side and come into the tabletop that way. Shake out your hips side to side. Downward facing dog. Turn the toes under. Lift your hips up nice and high. Look towards your belly. Walk out your heels one at a time towards the floor. Breathe deeply. Inhale, look forward. Start to walk your feet and your hands closer together. Ragdoll pose, your feet are hip distance. Grabbing hold of your elbows, let your head hang in that window of your arms. You can soften the knees quite a bit here. Have a nice bend to them if you're tight. Let your neck hang. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Feel the weight in your feet distribute a little bit more evenly, so maybe you need to bring the weight a little more into the toes than the heels. Relax your arms down and walk your hands up the front body very slowly. Take a deep breath in, side away. Beautiful. I'm just backing up on my mat so that you can see me a little bit better. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs, and let's do some swinging twists. When we swing our arms, they're like empty coat sleeves just flopping around our waistline. One heel is coming up off the ground as we turn so the knee doesn't get twisted up. And let the breath just go through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. Each time you go to the side, exhale the breath out through the mouth. You can do it very forcefully, however it feels good in your body to do. Just get nice and floppy with your arms. And then start to slow it down just a little. Good, and come back to center. Stillness. Next is a breath called the breath of joy. And it's a 3-part inhale, so you don't inhale all the way until the third arm position. So the arm positions look like this. Inhale, 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 exhale. The exhale, you can drop down really low and graze the ground with your fingertips and point your head down. Or you can do it a little more, less strenuous on your back. If it doesn't feel good for your back to go down that low, just look down and drop your chin towards your chest and your arms just come down like by your sides. So you can do this however you like, however it feels good in your body. The inhales are through the nose, 3 parts. The exhale is through the mouth, forcefully through the mouth. Inhale, inhale, inhale. 2 more. Good, and just come up slowly and shake everything out. Good job. Breath of joy. It's like you're conducting an orchestra. Hands come to your shoulder blades. Separate your feet a little wider. Get those elbows up, back, and down. Get the shoulder blades moving down the back. Go the opposite way, back to front. Beautiful. Bring that to stillness. Feet are as wide as your mat. Hands to your hips. Start to turn the hips. Go the opposite way. Just a few times. Come back to stillness. 5-pointed star. Open the heart. Open the gaze. Or lift the gaze rather. Open the hands. Turn the toes out slightly. Draw the belly in and the shoulders down. Big breaths in and out. Beautiful. Let the arms come down, the feet step together, hands to the heart center. Mountain pose, Tadasana. The heels are not touching, but the toes are touching. The The fronts of the legs are engaging, the fingers steepled, rolling the shoulder blades back and down and the tailbone under just a little bit. Make a muscle in the fronts of your thighs. And press up through the top of the head, softening the face and the jaw. Inhale the arms overhead. Tadasana the mountain. If your arms are feeling better wide apart, take them wide apart. It's okay. Bend the elbows a bit if you need. Listen to your body always. Take your gaze forward or close the eyes. Breathe deeply through your nose if you can. Start to rock the body just a bit side to side, opening up your ribs. Keep the belly tucked in as you do this to give you some support in your lower spine. Stay arched to the right, pressing the left hip out. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Beautiful. Come back to center. Inhale. Take it over to the opposite side, left side. Relax where you can. Be long in the side body. Rooted in the feet. Belly in and up. Breathe deeply. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hands come back by your side. Take a deep breath in and out. Beautiful. If you're standing at the top of your mat, step out to your right, turn your right toes out, arms are in the letter T. The right toes are 90 degrees, the left toes are angled in. This is triangle pose. Lean your body to the right without bending your legs. Come back to center just a few times. That's it. Just to open that side body, turn the palms open. One hand down, the other arm up. You can practice that smooth breath in and out through your nose that we talked about earlier, the Ujjayi breath. Slow, deep, steady inhales and exhales. Like you're fogging that mirror, it makes that little bit of a hissing sound. If you're doing this breath, just take note if you notice any difference at all in how it feels in your body. Come up on your next inhalation, pushing into your feet. Good, and turn your feet to the opposite side. Same posture on the second side. So your left toes are 90 degrees, right toes angle in. Just leaning first to the left and back to center 3 times. Draw in through the belly for support. Beautiful, and then tip your body off to the side. Look up at your reaching hand. Try that Ujjayi breath if you can, through your nose. Smooth and steady, inhale and exhale. You can hold on to the shin or ankle for support if you like. Try keeping the eyes open and the mouth closed. One more breath. Inhale, press down into the feet to come up. Beautiful. Turn your feet to the other side and go just a little bit wider, maybe by a couple of inches. Bend into your right knee, lean on your thigh. Left arm can go straight up or angle over your ear, nose towards your bicep, palm towards the ground. Rotate your heart skyward a little bit and your bent knee squeezes to the right, just slightly. Incorporate that smooth, steady breath. Keep the belly drawn in. Look up towards your hand. Inhale, come up. Arms are open wide. Turn your feet to the opposite side. Left toes are straight ahead. Right toes angle in just a little. Bend your knee, lean on your thigh, but try not to collapse onto your thigh. Extend straight up or ultimately over the ear if that works for your shoulder. Nose towards the bicep, palm towards the ground. Turn your tailbone under as your bent knee squeezes to the left, and focus on that strong, steady breath as you look up towards that palm. One more breath if you can. You can always come out early if you need to. Use your breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, turn your toes in slightly. Bring your hands behind your back. Lace your fingers. Yoga Mudra. Squeeze back the shoulders. Pull in through the belly. Look up. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Take the top of your head towards the ground. Hands towards the sky. Rocking your weight a little forward in your feet so that you feel like you're distributing your weight more evenly. Engage your thighs, engage your belly, and start that slow, steady, deep, even breathing. Let the head just hang loose. Inhale, rise slowly. Exhale, release your hands, arms out to T. Step to the top of your space. Inhale. Take a deep breath here. Step and turn towards the back of your mat so that your right foot is forward. It's not a very wide stance. It's a medium stance, and you're heel to heel. Back foot is angled just a bit. Hands are coming up your back, either reverse prayer position or grab hold of your forearms, whatever is working in your shoulders. On the exhale, start to fold over the front leg, keeping your right hip drawing back as you fold. Look towards your knee and breathe. Push into the front big toe and the outer edge of the back foot. Come up on your next inhalation. Beautiful. Turn your feet to the opposite side. Take the pose on the second side. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up slowly. Exhale, turn to the side. Reach, open the arms to release your shoulders. Come back to the top of your mat. Feet together, hands at the heart. Take a deep breath. Hands coming down by your side. Bring both hands to your hips. Pick up your right knee, flexing your toes up, shoulder blades back and down. Balancing pose. So your standing leg is super strong. Do that breath if you can. That might energize you and help you stay more stable. Beautiful. Lace your fingers around that shin. Pick it up and pull it in. Find a focal point and smooth that breath out. Try that breath if you can. Notice how it feels. Notice if it makes any change to how steady you feel or how present you feel. Let that foot come down on the exhale. Second side. Hands to your waist. Pick up your left knee, toes up. Breathe. Find the drishti, the gazing point. Hold the shin, bring it up, pull it in towards your body. Breathe Slow and steady. Whoa, if you need to come out, come back in. No worries. And let it go. Foot comes down, nicely done. Back to the top of your space. I'm facing you even though the top of my mat is technically back there. Inhale, bend your knees, fierce pose. Look up as you bring your palms to touch. Look up at your thumbs. 5 breaths here. Draw the belly in, look down, make sure you can see your toes. If you can't touch your palms without straining the shoulders, separate them. Inhale to straighten, exhale to fold forward. Tuck your chin. Inhale, look up, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Exhale, step back your right foot. Actually, bring your left foot back, sorry. Bring your left foot back, bend your front knee, and reach the arms up for Warrior One. Sink down into your bent knee and look up. Breathe. Activate that smooth, steady breath. Straighten your leg, turn your feet, second side, same posture. Bend into your knee. Breathe, looking up. Turn your palms open now for Warrior Two and slither your feet just a little bit wider apart. Bent knee squeezes over towards that baby toe. Look over your fingertips of your left hand. Breathe. This is Virabhadrasana 2. Straighten the knee, turn your feet to the other side. Gazes over the right fingertips, bent knee squeezes towards the baby toe. Smooth, steady breath. Nicely done. Place the hands top of the mat, step back to a high plank. If you're in this high plank and it's feeling a little too much, put your knees to the ground, otherwise hold and breathe. Let your knees come down. Feet together, toes point, child pose or puppy dog stretch. So puppy stretch, your tailbone is up in the air, forehead on the ground. Child pose, you're sitting on your heels. Your forehead can be on the ground as well or on your arms or hands. Take a few deep breaths here. When you are ready to, transition yourself down onto your back, very slowly, very mindfully. Let your knees come in towards your body if that feels okay. If it does not, keep your feet flat on the floor with your knees bent. Rock it out a little bit side to side. Feet are flat on the ground. Hands are flat by your hips. Separate your feet only about 6 inches, keeping them parallel. Bridge pose. Wrap your shoulder blades back and down. Push down into your hands and into your feet and lift your hips up. Look straight up and breathe here. Use that breath to give you strength, to give you stability, and keep you present. Let your mind stay with the breath, your thoughts with the breath. Come down slowly on the exhale. Next exhalation, take a breath. This time when we come into it, you might choose to lace your fingers underneath you and wriggle your shoulder blades closer together. So that's a bigger opening for the heart center and the shoulders. So notice how that feels. Continue that Ujjayi breath, that slow, steady breath. Come down very slowly. Separate your hands. Arms in a T position. Let your knees drop right. For a spinal twist, look left. Let your neck relax. Your hips and legs relax. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, other side. Let your gaze come over the right hand. Relax the shoulder blades down and back. When you feel ready to, releasing the twist, coming to center with your knees. If there's one final stretch you'd like to do, and it doesn't have to be a yoga stretch, you can do that, either hugging the knees in or maybe extending the legs up, holding the backs of the thighs. You could even tuck your thumbs under the sacrum. This is a hip stand. So there's certain stretches that might feel good while you're down on your back to complete your practice before we take rest. So just take a minute or so to notice what it is that your body is calling for. Honor that. Listen to your body. Doesn't have to be a yoga pose. And as you feel ready, making your way to resting pose. So you might gather some clothing or a blanket or cushion for under your knees, something to make it more comfy for you. If you want to take down the lights, put an eye cushion over your eyes. If you don't have an eye cushion, take an old sock or a nylon-y type material sock, or any material. Even the cotton socks work well. Just fill it with rice or flaxseed and put a little elastic around it. Throw that over your eyes. It's just a nice way to relax the muscles of the face. You can put a couple of drops of essential oil there as well, like lavender or something that helps you to relax. Think of something that helps you to feel more peaceful when you come to resting pose. Take a deep breath when you get down on your back. Sigh it through your mouth. Do that a time or two. Signaling to your body that it's time to take rest. There's nothing left to do, nowhere to be. I'll guide you out in just a few minutes. Bones sink down, the muscles, the joints, everything giving over to gravity. Let your breath return to its natural rhythm. Slowly begin to deepen your breath, moving fingers and toes very gently, very slowly, taking your time. Rotating wrists and ankles. Give your arms a good stretch up over your head, lengthening your body. Maybe draw the knees to the chest, rocking side to side. Come over when you're ready onto your right side in a fetal position, checking in, noticing the effects of your practice before coming to sit at the top of your mat. When you do come to sit at the top of your mat, let your eyes remain closed. Reconnect with your intention for your practice today. Let your hands come together at the heart center, Anjali Mudra. And when you tip the head forward towards the hands, it may take you to a place of gratitude. Taking an attitude of gratitude, practicing gratitude daily, bringing something into your mind's eye that you're feeling grateful for in this moment. When we appreciate the things that we have in our lives, it creates abundance and it makes us feel happier. So although there are a lot of challenging things happening in our lives, there are also many good things that we can acknowledge as well. So if you can think of one, bringing that into your mind's eye. Shanti, peace. Peace in our hearts, peace in our homes, peace in our world. Namaste. I honor the light in all of you. Great class, everybody. Thank you for being here. See you soon.